Yo, it is good, yo. It's your boy Ty back here with another video. And in this video today, we are going to be doing a squad builder. And the squad builder we're going to be doing today is the squad if you do have 1 million MT. Now, what exactly does that mean? Well, it basically means if you have 1 million MT right now, what is the squad that I would build with it? Now, this is both for current and next gen. And there's going to be one specific player that we plug in today that I'm going to talk pretty intensively about. Now, again, before we dive any further into this squad, if you are new to my channel and have not yet, make sure to smash that subscribe button as we're on the road to 100,000 subscribers. So the card I'm going to talk about is Luka Doncic, okay? Here's the deal. You can get a base Luka for right around 400,000 MT. Now, you're going to have to find the right Luka in the right time slot. But I guarantee, you know, if in the last 24 hours, there's been a Luka that is sold for less than 400,000 MT. Now, you guys might be like, Ty, you're spending 400,000 MT already? Well, if you play next gen, I want to talk about how good Luka Doncic is. If you play on next gen, I do believe he is by far and away the best player in the entire game. And on current gen, I still believe he's the second best point guard in the game. Now, if you're on current gen, I still don't think you plug Luka and you find alternatives. But I'm just saying, majority of you guys watch this might be on next gen, and so that's why I don't want to have you guys behind the 8 ball and not have a great point guard on your squad. There's gonna be 2 guys on my squad that make up for 700k, and Luka at 400k is a big part of that. But let's just look at a base Luka and talk about why I believe Luka is this good. So this one has a diamond shoe, 95 3 ball, really solid defensively, badge wise, 23 Hall of Famers including clamps and interceptor. It doesn't even matter if you're on current gen. I play with Luka in competitive games on current gen, and the dude is still absolutely elite. So that is who I'm going to start off this 1 million squad builder with. Now at the shooting guard position, just gonna get Luka some help in Cazzie Russell. Now they just fixed this so you can search for Cazzie on the auction house. You're gonna spend about 30,000 MT getting Cazzie Russell, but the more I use Cazzie Russell, the more I like him. Now, again, it's a big adjustment going from a guy like Cazzie Russell to a guy like Cedric Maxwell, for example, and I don't think Cazzie's on that same level. But for 30,000 MT, I feel like it's going to be hard-pressed to find many other better shooting guards in the game. Now, again, that is my specific opinion, and an opinion that might be, you know, in my own. I don't know if a lot of people share that same opinion, but I've used Cazzie Russell a lot. I like handling the ball with him. He's still, to this day, an absolute cheeseball. And for 30,000 MT, I think he is a great pickup. Now, going pretty traditional here is Jonathan Isaac at the 3. I mean, it is pretty traditional because a lot of people are probably running Jonathan Isaac at the 3, but for 40,000 MT, are you going to find a better 3 in the game? So we spent 400,000 on Luka, 30k on Cazzie, and 40k on Jonathan Isaac. So right now you're looking at, you know, 470,000 MT or somewhere along those lines. And here's the deal with Jonathan Isaac. You're looking at a very solid small forward in 2K. It's just that simple. He's going to be a 3-and-D player for you, basically really comparable to Thurl Bailey, for example. Good 3-ball, really solid defensively in general, and 21 Hall of Famers, including a lot of those defensive badges that you guys are probably wanting. Again, not a guy that's going to blow you away on the court. He's not a guy that offensively is going to do too much for you, but all he's going to do is hold it down for you. And honestly, do you guys need anything else? I mean, 38,000 MT, his price is probably just going to keep dropping. Now, coming in at the power forward position, a card that I feel like price has just continued to rise is the pink diamond Thon maker. I mean, earlier today, I promise you I could have got one for 80,000 MT. Now you're looking at spending nearly 90,000 MT to get your hands on Thon, but I'd still spend it. I mean, if you have 1 million MT, I don't think there's that many better power forwards or people you can play at power forward that are better than Thon maker. Now, if you want to plug in D-Rob here, he's a buy now. Go ahead and do what you guys got to do. But I do love what Thon maker provides. Again, power forward primary, which means his 3-ball goes up, his interior perimeter goes up, his speed's already a 93, lateral at an 89. Badge-wise, I mean, the card is really solid. And we can't forget, he is 7 feet tall, guys. I know it might sound crazy that we're plugging in Thon maker, but forget everything else. It is Thon's time in NBA 2K22 MyTEAM. So with Thon, you know, that's 80, 90,000 MT. And so right now you're looking, I mean, pretty, I would say, pretty close to what, over 500K at this point. Yeah, we're way over 500K with Luka, and then obviously you got Kazi, Jonathan Isaac, and then Thon. You're maybe looking at 560,000 MT, but that doesn't dissuade me from getting Kristaps Porzingis. Now, here's the deal. You might be able to eventually get a Kristaps for right around 300K. That's what I have him down for. Again, might have to wait your time, but I would not spend anything over 350 on Kristaps. I think you can get him for under that 350 price point. And so, yes, my starters are going to make up a large portion of where I spend an MT. After you pick up KP, you're probably looking at 850,000 of my total 1 million spent. But if I don't spend on the starters, where am I really spending at? You guys can see I've already got KP. But base KP, here's what he gives you. 95 3 ball, great defense, really solid speed and lateral quickness. And the only other alternative that you guys could go with, I love KP, I think he's the best all-around center in the game for the majority of people. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the only other guy you could go with. Now, if you want a cheaper option, he is cheaper right now. I honestly might prefer Kareem, but that's because I can green consistently with Kareem. If you can green consistently with Kareem, I prefer Kareem. But if you can't, then obviously Porzingis is the man with the plan. And again, the majority of you guys watching this probably, I'm not trying to attack you. I'm just saying you probably can't really green that consistently with Kareem. That's why I lean KP. But again, if you do want that alternative and want a really good defender and really ball on a budget, kind of, Kareem is the next best option. So with the stars, you're looking at 850 to 900,000 MT. And we're going to start off the bench with our point guard position. Galaxy Opal, Dwayne Wade. Got a ball on a budget, so it's just one of those things that Dwayne Wade's a top 5 point guard still to this day in my team, and for 50,000 MT, can you ask for a better option? That's just my opinion. Again, at point guard position, 94 3 ball, really good ball handle, block defensively in general is absolutely outstanding. Tendency-wise for Dwayne Wade, you guys might think he lacks. Dwayne Wade does not lack at all. 19 Hall of Famers, 46 gold badges as well. Really no flaws in Dwayne Wade. You guys want an all-around point guard in my team, especially on current gen. Dwayne Wade is it. He's still good on next gen. I don't want to say anything bad about him because he is still really, really solid on next gen. Now we're going to go to the shooting guard position, in which this guy's price has went way down recently in Pink Diamond RJ Barrett. When I said Kazi was just as good as him, I was wrong. I do think Kazi is a little bit better than RJ Barrett. But if you do watch my No Money Spent squad series, you guys know how much RJ Barrett has carried me through the course of time. I mean, he has just carried and carried and carried the workload. So finally, we got Kazi Russell to help him out a little bit, but just an all-around shooting guard. I do think defensively, he is massively underrated. I mean, people know RJ Barrett's good offensively, but defensively, people might not think RJ is really like that. But I'm here to tell you guys, RJ is an absolutely elite defender. For a 9,000 MT, I don't know if there's a better shooting guard or even player in my team. The small forward position, we're going to plug in Big Ben Wallace. Initially, I had some things change, but when I got down to it, I was like, if Ben Wallace is a really, really good budget option, why would I spend on a guy like D-Rob and not add KP or Kareem? I mean, here's the deal. Ben Wallace at that small forward position is a guy that I love. I mean, a guy on my No Money Spend, again, I know I relate to that a lot. That plays, I mean, 14, 15 Hall of Famers if you get the better one. And honestly, you guys might want to spend up and get the better one, because then you add the Menace as well for 14,000, just an extra 3,000 MT for the Hall of Fame Menace. I definitely think it's worth it. Still looking at 74 3 ball, which isn't great, but defensively, probably the single best badge-wise defensive on-ball defender in the game. Obviously, only 6'9", so that's something you got to work through, but I am a big fan of Ben Wallace, especially when you're trying to save some MT. Now, at the power forward position, again, we are balling on a budget. Within my whole bench, we are balling on a budget. We don't have a lot of MT to spare if we add KP and Luka, so we're going to add Pink Diamond Josh Smith. You guys want a card that is really cheap. Why are we not talking about Josh Smith? I mean, are you kidding me? For 5,000 MT, he's got a 93 ball, 97 driving dunk, 86 ball handle. Defensively, he's basically perfect. Badge-wise, 15 Hall of Famers. You can make the argument Josh Smith is just a better version of Ben Wallace. You can honestly make that argument. I think Josh Smith provides more offensively. Ben Wallace is a little bit better defensively. But you can seriously, guys, make that argument. And if Josh Smith's name, or if he was a higher tier, let's say a Galaxy Opal, even a Dark Matter, this card would be so expensive. But because he's a Pink Diamond, he is really, really, really cheap. And if you guys were wondering, well, Ty, why is he a Pink Diamond? I don't even know if I can answer that question. This card is so elite in my team. Even when comparing him to Thurl Bailey, I would go back and forth on who is the better overall card. Josh Smith is absolutely elite in my team. And for 4,000 MT, if you're looking for a guy to just 3,000 MT is crazy. To help your squad out, Josh Smith is a guy that I definitely look at to do that. Now at the backup center position, here's where things get tough. Now, if you added Kareem in the starters, 100% I'm adding Pink Diamond Porzingis to the bench, okay? I do think he is the best budget center right now. Now, I'm going to give you some other alternatives to look at, okay? The first one, even if you got KP, that's fine. We can go and look at Eddie Curry. Eddie Curry is a card I can't necessarily sit here and say I love. I can't necessarily sit here and say I've used Eddie Curry that much, but I respect him, right? I respect what Eddie Curry can provide. Decent enough 3-ball. Defensively, not great, but decent enough. Wide player model, badge-wise is good enough. I respect Eddie Curry quite a bit. The other alternative options that we've got that I think you can respect right now, one of them is Jarrett Allen. Again, a card that's not often, I mean, he's talked about more now, I would say, because obviously he's really cheap, being just with obviously the exchange and people getting the random Galaxy Opal player. Jarrett Allen, 7,000 MT, 6'11". Pretty, I would say, it's a little bit different than Eddie Curry, right? But he's pretty similar in what he's going to give you. Just a budget center that defensively definitely going to hold it down. Stretch big as well that I definitely like. So those are the first two guys on the top of my mind. Again, I would go Pink Diamond Kristaps over both of them, but those are two definite alternatives that you can work with. So my bench is really balling on a budget. It's really Luka and KP show. After that, we ball on a budget. The starters, a little more of a budget in the bench, really getting down there. So if you are looking for budget ballers, it's a good video for you guys. If you are, seeing who I'm highest on as far as the stars in 2K, it's also a good video for you guys. That's gonna wrap it up today, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy it. Drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.